Hello, welcome everyone to today's podcast. It's our fourth podcast. I guess you could call it somewhat of a milestone because the first one, you know, we could have crumbled, folded, withered, died, whatever you like to call it. But no, we're still here. Fourth one. I'm Aidan. Who am I joined with today? Tell me.
You are joined by Emily.
And Sarah.
And Chris. And Matt.
Welcome all of you. Welcome to the studio. So we'll just dive straight into today's podcast topics. We're going to start with Harry Potter Invisibility Cloak. If you were given the invisibility cloak, that's my phone, inherited the invisibility cloak from your dead father on the first Christmas you were at secondary school, what would you do with it?
Go to toilets.
Really?
No.
No, I go in there anyway.
But that's something I think every lad would do. That would be his first.
I don't know why.
Certainly at that age.
Why would you go to the girls' toilets
Yeah,
though?
why do you want to see them?
I'd go changing rooms maybe.
Do you know why I was
that's
going to the
probably
girls' toilet? So I didn't have to like wipe up piss from the toilet seat every time I sat down.
That's a good shout.
You used to go for poos in school.
No, I didn't for like the first like 6 years, but then in the sort of last year of 6, when I was like, fuck it, I rule the roost now.
That's a good point though. Toilets in school. That's a good topic.
Well, pooing.
Well,
I poo more in uni than I do in at home here.
We had
I do feel you.
Yeah.
in our college we had like a secret set of toilets which no one really knew about except for me and my mate, and they had bars of soap. It was amazing.
Was it haunted by Marilyn Murphy or something? What the hell?
You're the only two that knew about this toilet.
Hardly anyone. No, honestly,
my
hardly anyone.
God.
We'd be like, come to the loo. And then we're like, what toilet you go to? Secret ones. And no one would know. And there'd be bars of soap, hot water. It was amazing.
Oh wow!
It used to smell of flowers.
Were these staff toilet?
May have been, we don't know, but I had some great poos in there.
That really is like a Harry Potter thing. It's
Yeah.
like there was a secret passage
Yeah.
to Chris's
We
toilet.
had to knock on the wall 3 times.
Yeah. All right, brilliant.
Right.
With your wand.
What would you do, Sarah?
If I had an invisibility cloak, my first thought was I would just follow people round. Oh yeah, I would do that. I'd keep to that. I would keep to following people around and just listening to what they were saying, and then later on I'd just randomly bring up like what they said without them knowing that I'd been listening. So like if you were like, oh yeah, that teacher's a bit of I don't know, a bit of a fitty, then I'd be like, oh yeah.
You'd use it to gain favour.
And they'd be like, you know me so well.
Yeah.
Or so they would think. I just winked, but people don't know that, so wink.
Charming wink right there. Charming wink. Oh wow, so that's quite a good idea. So you'd use it for sort of
Political game.
yeah, political game, but also like to gain like favour in the public eye, basically.
Or if they were talking about me badly, I'd be like, oh yeah, and then they'd be friendly to my face, and then I'd just be like, oh yeah, but you don't really like me anyway, do you? And then they'd be like, what? How did you know that?
Maybe you should
Mental.
emphasise the bits they don't like about you.
Yeah,
Yeah, just to annoy them. Yeah. I think I would do a lot of pranks in it.
Like.
I'm not sure. I was actually thinking invisibility, and then I thought about, those people that pretend they have an invisible wire in front of people, so then they try and step around them, but they don't actually have a wire.
Oh yeah.
Like they pull them across
Yeah.
corridors, and then everyone like steps over and nothing, but they think there's an invisible wire. But doing that in an invisibility cloak,
wire.
You
would just lie in the middle of the corridor, like with your hands spread out, just trying to trip poor fuckers over. Nice.
And they'd fall right down.
That's creepy.
Oh,
That's creepy.
I know.
You
that
could
is
really make
creepy.
someone want
You
to top
could,
themselves.
right, you don't understand. You could ruin someone with this.
You're a sick, twisted
You can make
bastard.
their life hell. Just follow them around, just whisper, just make them think they're going insane. Your worst enemy. You could ruin their life.
Or you just get like your second worst enemy and go to your worst enemy and be like,
Yeah.
Nice. God,
That's
you're
good.
Chris,
Good
well,
argument.
between the pair of you.
They've actually never heard
We
that.
should take over the world, Chris. I think we should.
All we need is an invisibility cloak.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were taking over the world.
Oh, well, that'll be...
Put that in the background.
That'd be-
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, if
Yeah,
that doesn't
okay.
work out with Chris, I'll do it with you.
I think
Okay,
I'd
fine.
use my invisibility cloak to browse through the restricted section of the library and go visit Hagrid.
Nice.
I think I would go...
use it for.
I would steal stuff from shops that I want. No one would know.
Well, they would see this floating
So you
object.
Oh no, if you put it
Pure
under
bad.
the
No,
invisibility
you know, they
cloak.
can't
Okay.
be invisibility cloak.
Personal gain, no, I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly acceptable for people who have an
Yeah,
invisibility
but it does
cloak.
say in the note, use it wisely.
Yeah, but you know, it's when you're dead sad, you're not going to know, is it?
Well, he did using that
He
mirror and
obviously
shit.
didn't use it wisely, did he? So.
He would-
Otherwise, he wouldn't have inherited it.
Otherwise, he would be dead.
Yeah, very good point there,
Exactly.
Sarah.
He could have
Ano-
covered
yeah.
his whole family up with that invisibility cloak
Another
when
plot
Lord
hole in
Voldemort
Harry
came.
Potter. The
Mhm.
plot holes, you know, the council needs to do something about that Harry Potter road
Exactly.
holes.
Imagine how many
Anyway.
books there would have been though if he actually used the invisibility cloak and Voldemort couldn't find them.
Well, that was the whole idea of the
Not
seventh
many
book.
books.
Yeah.
No, he
What
could
do you mean?
them. He could
Yeah.
The whole way,
'Cause
all
of
the way
that
through the seventh, he was
mental
using his invisibility.
Link
Oh,
they
yeah,
had
yeah.
Between the scar and
It was in the book anyway. He didn't use his invisibility cloak in the film, but in the book, I assure you, he used his cloak.
Yeah,
oh,
it
yeah,
didn't
they
really
used
work
it
in
to
the
creep
film,
into
did
the
it?
building, didn't they, at the beginning?
Well, that was
Anyway,
tense.
for those of you who don't give a shit about Harry Potter,
Well, what
quotes
about
in the
Lord
seventh
Voldemort?
book. Oh yeah, obviously, yeah, but we won't keep.
I think those of you who don't give a shit, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, read a decent book. God. Yeah, Marauder's Map. What would you do?
That would be, it just takes stalking to the extreme, isn't it? I mean, you think Facebook's bad, and the Marauders Map is just something else.
It's like what you have on your iPhones now, though.
Yeah,
Latitude.
That is latitude. Other do your thing.
Other phones are available.
Other phones are available. Yeah, it's just like that, though, isn't it? Now.
Well, this morning I kept checking, you know, Chris, you were in your house.
Good
to know.
I did actually do it this morning.
Yeah.
That Emily's in her house.
If you've left your phone somewhere. Though. Oh my god, you could never lose your phone ever again.
No.
That's mental. That's so good. Not that my phone is like £5.
Well, you could have had it on your old phone.
Except Emily and Chris were in the same room, and it said they were 10 foot away from each other.
10 foot's
so-
not bad.
It's like in the house still.
Okay.
Sarah doesn't know some imperial measurements by the looks of it.
Ooh, okay.
Imperial measurements. Right. So
Then I'm
yeah.
gonna have to look up when I get it.
It's what's not metric, so what's not
I know what
centimetres.
that
Yes, we are aware.
I tell you what.
Chris's fact of the day: 1 foot is equal to a size 9 shoe.
He's just gone back to sleep.
Oh my god. That's
You're not
brilliant.
talking much today.
I have size 9 feet.
And that means your foot is 1 foot.
You have size 9 feet.
Which
as well.
mine means my foot is 1 foot.
Emily, what size feet do you have?
I'm 5'4".
Ah.
No,
yeah.
Half of
Lies.
your foot is size 4 at least, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. I'm a tall lady, okay? I need
A well endowed, tall lady.
Why do you keep saying this?
To paint you a
Is he
picture of
being
Emily,
sarcastic?
imagine a tall lady about 9 foot with flipper-like feet and massive breasts, and you've got Emily. Yeah, it's quite a
Quite a
image.
sight.
Yeah.
She's a real catch.
When I see her in the street and double take, it's not because I realise I've seen Emily. It's like, bloody hell! What's that? What's wrong with that flipper wearing giant with the massive boobies?
Why did you say that?
Okay, sorry. We'll
I
move
haven't.
swiftly on. What, you haven't got massive
Massive
feet?
boobies. I know you're being sarcastic. It's helpful, okay? You know,
Oh,
it's the way God made me.
God, hey?
Interesting topic.
Yeah.
For
So
another
Chris,
time.
what would you use your Marauders map for?
General stalking. Yeah, I can't really think of much, to be honest.
Everyone
What else would you do with it?
Oh, really?
Exactly. You'd follow people or
If
tell
you
where
were-
people are. I
if
can't
you-
think of anything
I'd use
else.
it to avoid people, maybe.
If
Exactly.
you're a murderer on the run, that would be very handy.
If you were a policeman, it would be handy as well.
Yeah.
You could find the murderer.
Use it
Let's
for
you
good.
just can never be two Marauders maps because the police would have it and the murderer would have it, and it would just.
I just think the invisibility
Go
cloak
further.
would be 1,000,000 times better than this stupid map.
You got to have both.
Yeah,
Well, no one's going to
Ooh,
find you
yeah.
with the invisibility cloak on there, are they?
You know what would be?
No, but you want to find other people.
Well,
You know what would be a good idea? Is when people say, oh, I see this number everywhere, like number 7. They're just like, oh, I see that number everywhere. You could do that to someone. Like...
What is wrong with you and Emily? Do you know what I'd use it for? Just to get on things for free. Like, I'm fed up of paying like 50 quid to go down to like Reading all the time. I just jump on that train for free.
That's a good topic. Yeah, bloody train.
Oh, don't get me started on trains.
are
I
a
can't
joke.
even be bothered. I tell you what, we're going to need to do a whole separate
I really would
podcast.
rather. I'm in quite a good mood. This is going to make me very angry.
Trains
So
piss me
let's
off.
not talk about that.
Right off. I'm actually in the middle of writing a complaint to the train company, but
I am thinking of one.
Yeah.
I missed mine. The train was cancelled the
oh,
other
I
day.
was going to say I missed one. That's not their fault.
my train was
Actually,
cancelled and the replacement bus service didn't turn up. Hence, I was late for work.
Oh.
That is very bad.
But getting a refund from them is like near enough impossible.
Oh, don't you worry.
So I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
you can
an
only-
apology from the Pope.
I've got Roz on the case, and she will Roz is my mum. I've got Roz on the case, and she uses big, scary words. Trust me. She always goes. My favourite one is, "I will never use this service again, and I am a very, very frequent customer." And it's like, and they're like, "No, we want the money." So yeah, they give her free stuff. So yeah, I would definitely.
You can only get your money back. Like, you can only get all your money back if the train was an hour late, and you can get half of it back when it was half an hour late.
Do you work for the train company or something?
No, I was on this train once. Actually, yeah, this is really weird. I was on this train once, and it was packed because one of the trains before it had been cancelled, and this one was also late. And yeah, this woman that I was stood next to, we all got chatting. It was very nice. And then this woman randomly was just like, oh, you can't complain about this being late and the other one being cancelled. And she got all these leaflets out of her bag,
Nice.
saying like it was like a compensation thing for it. And she was just passing them around this little cart.
More people should do that because I don't think people are aware of their train rights.
Oh no, yeah.
You're
I
making
didn't
it
until she
publicly
did
aware
that.
now.
I am.
Yeah.
You're doing a
Yeah.
public service
Train
here.
rights.
We should all
Here, take
Oh,
note.
you're right.
anarchy on the train.
Also, ask yourself the question: what's love got to do with it? Yeah, I think that's important as well. I don't know, that's just
Always
in my
ask
head, I don't know
yourself
why that-
You have to get it out.
Yeah, I know. Shantae, what's love? Anyway, yeah. So next topic I see written on our agenda pools
A
is
very formal agenda.
a very formal agenda pools is prank call. Would you like to elaborate on this, Chris Cooper, as you were the one who brought it to all of our attention?
I was just looking on BBC Today, and it was the Aussie radio station that put a prank call in to the Duchess of Cambridge hospital. I'm actually beginning to feel like the Duchess of Cambridge's reporter on this podcast now, because twice I've brought up the pregnancy, now this.
You are a bit of a fan.
I am a massive fan.
Yeah, for his birthday I bought him the unofficial Kate book, which you can buy in all good Poundland stores.
I might need another one now. The pages have got stuck together.
He did like the picture.
no.
The pictures are franchise. Very salty. Yeah, so she got prank call, which was brilliant.
It
And
was
then-
genius.
We
You
have
to go for
listened.
YouTube.
Yeah, we've listened, and
It's
Yeah.
worth a watch
Yeah.
and a listen.
I
Just
don't.
for the guy's Charles
Prince
impression.
Yeah.
Charles is impeccable.
Yeah, impeccable. Bobber.
Mama.
Yeah. So right.
I won't
Okay.
do my impression of that.
Yeah. So,
Terrible.
Mummy, what you doing?
Most
Shut
northern.
them dogs up.
We can get tomorrow
You
morning.
bastard.
It's like Emmerdale's version of Prince Charles.
Yeah. Alright. It's the Queen. So Matt, why don't you introduce the next topic, as you are a big fan of this. It's awkward moments with children.
Yeah, basically we've all experienced awkward moments when, as adults, as we all are, when we are dealt with a situation when we have a child in front of us and we don't feel particularly comfortable. I experienced this earlier this year.
Show us on the teddy where he touched you.
Stop it! That's so funny.
This child
It
pointed
seemed
at
like
three
it was
places.
going like that.
And the worst thing is, he never called back.
Oh God! Right, carry
Well,
on.
basically, at home I'm a scout leader, as it happens.
This
And
isn't going well.
I was on a camp, and one of the children in my group, it was his first camp. He was only a young lad. He wasn't very comfortable being there.
Fresh,
so
ripe.
yeah,
Ripe for the taking.
he was like, very innocent. He didn't know what was coming.
How about you get your new badge, boy? The Twining was here, very, very astute producer.
Flashes,
He would be giving me the nod that was like, move on swiftly. So I feel like I should take his job and tell myself to move on swiftly.
Carry on,
Matt, yeah.
Well, anyway, this particular child, it was very quiet. Didn't want to speak to anyone. And at one point, I was asking him about his day, and he wasn't giving me much of an answer. And
So you hit him?
so I asked him,
That was your bloody day!
No, he didn't say much after that either. But I did notice there was a bit of a hum coming from this particular child, and
Hum, for those of you down south, is smelly poo.
a bit of a smell. So I went. Obviously, I stayed a bit out of his way for a little while, and went and basically told other members of my group. This child incidentally came into the room where all of the other leaders were while they were preparing dinner. So it was nice fresh food, and this horrible smell walked in. So basically,
With his semen pump bottom. No, sorry.
Step too far. Step too far.
so we have to take this child out of the room, ask him if he.
Chris is really wetting himself.
This is the happiest Chris has been all afternoon.
Oh, God. Right, sorry, Matt, carry on.
We took him out of the way, asked him if he had a little problem. He said yes. So this child had to be stripped down and cleaned up by myself and one other
Matt, that is
female
so
member of the
good,
group.
Mate. You could put that on your CV or something.
So it was a big job. He had destroyed those pants. He had destroyed them. So me and one other member of my group, well, I will confess, she did most of the work. I was moral support
Laughing.
more than anything. We were both trying to keep ourselves. Well, it was more than vomit we were trying to keep in because the smell was that bad.
Oh, God.
And then we dealt with him, cleaned him up, and sent him on his way. No, the same afternoon he did the same thing.
Poor kid.
So the poor kid, he did end up going home after that. His parents wouldn't have it. They were like, no, he's fine. He never does this normally. Well, he's done it twice, and he's got no more pants, so he's going home. We weren't having any of it.
That is, I can't think. That is a great story. Try and top that one, someone.
Well, I had something happen to me today. I don't think this is good, but basically,
Quite creepy.
I was molested by a child. Yes, that's right.
What?
Yes.
I think we need to get this Teddy out again.
Yeah, the tables have turned.
You probably thought you were Big Bird or something with your 9
I was
foot
in-
high big flippers.
You thought you were a childhood character. You were Barney.
I was in the local corner shop getting supplies, and I was standing in the queue for to pay. And there's mother and child are standing behind me. And I don't know, how old do you think he was? About 5 or 6?
He was younger than that. I'm sure he was.
He was hanging onto his mum's arm and like swinging around, you know, like they do. And every time he was swinging around, his hands were going up and down the backs of my legs and stroking the inside of it. And then the mum was pulling on, going, "Stop touching the lady! Stop touching the lady!" I hate being called a lady, actually. So he stopped, and then 2 seconds later he was doing it again, and then he started stroking my bum. This kid was like 4.
That thing is a massive monstrosity of ghetto-ness.
I tried turning around and giving him like the most filthy look.
Well, yeah. You turned round and gave me like the most disgusted look.
Oh, because
like
children touching.
It's horrible.
Emily would make a wonderful mother by the
Yeah,
sounds of
yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, she also really loves children, so I can't
so much
really-
love.
Yeah.
And he kept doing it, and then all she did was just yanking him back, but he just kept coming back for more of my legs. I just think, you
Yeah,
know,
soft spot for
I-
you.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I'm just a bit worried about when
Well,
he's older.
We're going out tomorrow night, and once Twining has a couple of Jaeger bombs, after today's experience, you'll deal with him no problem tomorrow.
Yeah,
Because he
okay.
loves a wine and a grind and some Jaeger bombs. So
Oh, Ray
yeah.
Pies twice.
Old Ray Pies. Yeah, he will be back at some point. It's just he's got a lot of work to do at the
He's a
minute.
bit cranky as
So, a bit
well.
cranky. He's
Yeah.
not sleeping very well.
He's on his period.
He's on his
Man period.
But,
Men
yeah.
definitely get them.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Completely agree. Yeah.
Chris
It's
is on
definitely
one
a
now.
thing, Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, Chris,
Come
you haven't been
on,
talking
one.
today. Let's ask
I'm
you
just
a
coming
few
out with the comments,
questions.
alright?
Yeah.
Question me,
Leave
question
them
me.
alone. Leave them alone.
Oh.
You know, everybody's allowed a man period, aren't they, Chris?
Yeah.
God, you're miserable.
But
Bloody hell.
when a woman has a period, it's like, oh my gosh, she's a monster.
That's not
You
true.
are
That is
monsters.
not
You're
true. But
absolute
when you're on your
monsters.
period, Sarah, I can't be in the
I'm
same room
actually
as
not. I think I get a bit sad.
No,
But I'm
I'm
not.
not.
I don't think many people
Oh,
can
the
tell.
sad ones are the worst though. It's like, oh my butt is so big! I hate my life.
I'm alive.
Well, I just think we should, whenever we're moody, it's always out on your period. So if a guy's ever moody, I'm just going to go, you know.
Yeah, I have man periods, but don't know.
Yeah, and it's not the sympathy thing.
Mm.
You know, when people have
just-
sympathy PMS.
Like,
Just retire to your room, play some Xbox.
yeah, exactly. On those days, I know it would be better for me and the rest of the world if I just didn't like, you know, converse, do anything, just any sort of contact with the outside world. For example, when I was on my man period a couple of weeks ago,
But days
the
ago.
shower wouldn't turn on. The shower wouldn't turn on, and I couldn't get the right temperature, so I punched the wall.
Wow.
I know. I'm not an aggressive
Did
person.
you smash it through?
God, that
You
thing
got to be
shook.
careful, Aidan. Next time that'll be a woman.
That's how it starts.
That's how it
How it
starts.
starts.
First of all, then a woman's face.
That's how it started with Chris Brown. Sort of thing.
Oh, bloody hell. We're
Oh,
going
don't get me
4
started.
podcasts in and we've already gotten
Brown.
Chris Brown beating someone. If you're listening, Chris Brown, I'm a big fan of your music, especially when you collaborate with the Bieber. But no,
I'm
don't
not.
hit women, it's wrong. Okay?
And please die.
Unless they deserve
Thank
it.
you.
Well,
That's a bit much, Emily.
when
No,
we all
I
like
hate
get
him.
called up to host the VMAs, watch out, Chris Brown!
Emily doesn't like you.
Yeah.
I will be in my invisibility cloak and I'm going to ruin your life.
Ruin you!
She'll find you on her Marauders map and she'll hunt you down.
Yeah, exactly. So watch out, Christoph Brown. Okay, right. I'm quite happy with how this has gone today, and we've reached the grand total of 22 minutes. So I think we're going to call it a day there. Thank you once again for listening. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've been Aidan. The rest of you sign off.
Good night, Latvia.
Yes, Latvia.
Really, really bum bum poo.